So, I just read the following phrase. It struck a chord with me. It said, make a mess to clean a mess. Church bells. So, sometimes we make a mess in life. Sometimes we make a whole mess of life for a bit. We have to ride the waves of that, because it doesn't matter if you kept the receipt, you can't return the life you have been given. You can't avoid the consequences of your actions. But how long before things truly fully unravel after trying to keep everything held in and not being maybe as accountable or forthcoming or transparent or authentic as we could have been, you know? Shame, pride, guilt, they're all ego traps to keep us in self-destruction, you know? Even refusing to forgive ourselves or anybody else is childish. So, we've got to drop everything if we want to live in heaven. You know? Anything which weighs us down, anything which anchors us into particular frequencies, no. It's not what our soul wants for us. It's not possible to entertain lower density for too long, because it pulls us out of ourselves. We start to feel unwell, unbalanced, ungrounded. Because we have a right to exist at our natural particular vibration. We have a right to that. Actually, the role of a shaman or medicine man or healer, whatever you want to call it, is to find out how to hold as low a frequency as possible without being affected by it. But you can't just have one-sided connections where that's the case, unless that's being acknowledged, which it most likely is not. So it's about light. Things done in the dark will always come to light, so it's best not to engage in any sort of what the things we do in the shadows. The opposite, when we think the light's off us. Well, ignorance is bliss. But then it's like blissful ignorance, which becomes arrogance. We transcend our own shadow by first acknowledging it, seeing it for what it is, feeling it out, giving it a bit of airtime to a degree, you know, like a demon on a leash sort of thing. You have to learn restraint and self-control. And in that manner, our darkness works for us. But so that we can be balanced out. But as a whole being, that affords you the choice to act from the left path or the right path. But the point is, there are crucial intervals where a choice is called for, and very distinct choices have very distinct consequences for a time, and that is the path of learning, which is catalyzed. So some humans may have to stay in their shadow for a long time to understand it, because it's not safe for shadow people to be mingling with real people, actual people, channels, vessels of goodness in this world. You see what the world did to the trees, the witches as well, all of it, like, so we have one responsibility in this life, and that is to ensure that we are a safe, responsible human being. It seems like a lot of people want to go around ignoring that as a concept, saying, well, no, isn't it about like somebody else telling me what to do? Or that's, I think, because even like my granddad used to like vote or something. I don't know, man, like the television or what? It's fucking crazy. People are programmed. People are badly programmed. We've been hacked as a species by an invasive parasite that is dying out as we speak, in each and every one of us, and externally, right? It's not our fault, but it's our responsibility to battle against the things which make it dangerous for other people to be around us. That's it, man. That is the work, because God wants the children of God to just be acknowledging that through their words, through their actions. None of this silly kitchen sink, karma farming drama nonsense. Like, energy, focus, time. That's all we've got in this life. What we give it to, what we worship, what we covet, what we succumb to. Like, all of it. God, truth, is the most beautiful, awe-inspiring force in existence, and it burns through anything which is not necessary. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for enabling your own self-destruction in order to bless yourself with the opportunity to rebuild yourself and recreate something entirely new. There you go. God's calling. Chasing the sun. Let's go beyond. Push the limits. Take flight. Break for the sky. 7:44 is the time. That's enough from me.